In this video we are going to learn how to connect web pages to database, and we have the interface which we created last videos. Now we are going to learn how to connect this one here to database so that you can be able to log in or log out using the user information. Doing that, we have created this page here. This page here is empty, and this one here we have named it connections. You see it is empty. Let us start. We start by defining the variables. When connecting to database, we have almost 4 variables. The first one is the server, the name of the server. The second one is the name of user, the username which we'll be using. Because of education purposes, I didn't create any user, therefore we use the root. And the third one is the password. Also, I'll leave the password empty, but you can create the password, use any password which you like, but here I have leaving it empty. And the last one is the database name. We have the database name which we called it school database, therefore we include it here. Now we open PHP, and here we close PHP. Inside here, as I said, we define the variables. Define the first one is database host, and I said it is localhost. This is the server. Also we define the database user, DB user. This one is root. Also we define the password, DB password. Here something DB password. This one here we have left it is empty. The last one is we define the DB name, database name, DB name. As I said, it is school database. There. Now we create the connections. Now we save this one here to a variable known as connection. In short, that is connect what? My SQL connect. This is a function to connect to database, and it is having some variables. We have 3 variables here. The first one is this one here. The second one is this one here, database user. And the third one is the password. Therefore, we have put there the database host, that is the server, the database user, that is the root, and we have the password. Now, if this one here fails, we put here this one here. If not connected, if failed to connect, then do the following. If failed to connect, then print to the screen that is failed to connect. And if failed to connect, then terminate anything, that is die my SQL error. This is a function also to print anything which would print the error which results due to that failure. Now when we save, Ctrl S, and refresh our page, now it means that this one here connected. That's why there is no any error here. And here below we say else. Now else, I'll create a variable here, db select. You say my SQL select db. Yes, this one here, this function. My SQL select db. Now this one here also is having variables. The first one here is DB name, the name of the database, and we pass another variable, the con. Now connect to this database using these values, the localhost, root, and no password there. Now we say if this one is successful, then print the following that we connected to database successfully. Now let us see, we have saved, refresh our page. Yes, connected to database successfully. Therefore everything here is okay. What we do is now to create this one here is a function, so that we can use it in every web page we create, because we will be needing a database in each page, so that the user can be able to access the data from the database. We created a function, as I said. We'll have from here, yes, that the word function. We open the curly brackets there, then below there we close the curly brackets. The function of this one here, we call it function. The function name, function connection. This function here, now when it is called, then it will do these ones here, and when you fetch this one here, now it is gone, because it is not called the function. The other thing is, because it is okay, now we just hide this one here. The other thing is, we create also a function to do some protections of our database, to escape any variable to escape any string which is harmful maybe to the database, so that anything which is inserted or queried to the database, then it can be safe. Here what we do is, here we have to create that function, the function to protect our database. Now function protection. Now this function will have a variable here. We can call it any name that you wish. It can be a string, or it can be anything. Variable, string variable, because it is longer. Let me copy this one here. Now this one here, if a user, for example, if a user sends some queries to the database, then that query should pass through this one here. Therefore we put here a function, a MySQL function called MySQL little escape screen. Yes, little escape screen. Inside here we pass that variable. This one here is used escapes special characters in a string for use in an SQL statement. This one is used to make data safe before sending a query to the database. Now these ones here will be escaped by this function to keep our database safe. Therefore they will be escaped by backslashes. That is, there will be another backslash added to this one here. This kind of variable is, now this one here is PHP function, which says that this one is script tags. Now even here we pass this string variable to, and also it will be stored to the same one. Now this one here, it is used to strip out all HTML and the PHP tags from a given string. And the other one is also, this one is a PHP function, the slashes. Now this one is used to add a backslash to every double quote. For example, if we have a double quote somewhere, we added a backslash to it. Now even here we put that variable. Now it will be stored into this string variable, and for it to function we will return this variable here. Now it will be returned to be used now to where we want it to be used. These are the two functions which I wanted us to know, before we do anything with the database. Now, as I said, that is this one here will be named as function, as connections, and I'm sure that when I preview here, nothing goes wrong here. Now, this one here will be included. We'll include it in every sheet which we use. For example, here we have our interface. This one here. Now we'll include once here below the header here. Put connection, the function connection. Okay, it is okay. It is okay now. What we include, we included this page here, and also we show that we call this function so that this one here can be in effect now. We have connected to the database for us to continue using the services now offered by the database. They can be information for the database, or when a user logs in, then there will be a query to verify the data. It is now the end of this lesson. The coming lesson will be creating the form now and validate it. Thank you very much and welcome.